What's up, Libra? How y'all doing? All right, so I wanted to come through and just give you guys a quick message. See what Spirit has for you guys. When I was meditating on your energy, I did keep hearing apologies are in order. So whether you feel like someone owes you an apology or someone feels like you owe them an apology, I don't know. So we're gonna see. Hey, Esmeralda P. Uh-oh. All right. So let's see. Hey, Shado. How you doing, Esmeralda? My loyal moderator. Y'all ready? You did not say drag y'all. I am not dragging y'all tonight unless the cards tell me to. All right. Okay, so Libra, I got two messages. So like, I feel like in the past, maybe you shortchanged somebody. Y'all know this ain't gonna resonate with everybody and flip it how you need to. But now you realizing that that person meant everything to you, or not meant everything to you, but was really coming from a good place, and when they were in your life, and now you missing that person. Also, Libra, some of you guys have been going through like a huge transformation in your life. A lot of shit shedding, relationships that you thought were like solid aren't, a lot of strengthening in some other relationships, just a lot of huge changes. I feel like you guys have been planning more than ever. A lot of you guys have been planning a lot of things lately. Thank you, Spirit. We got Judgment and Six of Wands straight out the gate. This is like so your energy though, Libra, because you guys are really successful at a lot of the things that you do. This Judgment card also gives me like this energy of luck. You know how they call you guys like the lucky Libras? Well, I feel like a lot of things are going to be turning in your favor, like fate, like divine intervention, a lot of success. Some of you guys are getting ready to travel, and wherever you're going, it's gonna bring in, I'm hearing like financial stability, but also just like a lot of opportunities open up for you. So if you're traveling somewhere, I do see this being positive. I do see like, just plans going off without a hitch. But also, you're getting some second chances. Like I said earlier, if you're gonna apologize to someone and it's coming from like a really wholehearted space, I think this second chance is gonna happen. Now, if someone comes to you, I feel like if someone comes into you, Libra, with an apology, it's gonna be successful too. Either way it goes, I just see some things that you thought were kind of like done, being revived, being successful, mending some old, fences and healing some old wounds that you may have with people. But a second chance at success for you. A lot of you guys have kind of been like teeter tottering between decisions and where you want to put your energy, what you want to give life to, what you want to like make happen. And I feel like you finally come to this like solid choice. Thank you, Spirit. King of Swords in reverse though, Libra. This is your energy. There needs to be some true words spoken. Truth needs to be brought in. Drop the ego. If you upset or if you know someone is upset with you, drop the ego and talk to them. Now, also, if there's someone in your life, Libra, that I'm picking up on, whatever, you need to put this person in their place. Somebody could just like be saying harsh things to you. You know what I'm saying? And the reason is because your intuition been telling you that something wasn't right. And maybe this person's actions wasn't like adding up to their words, you know what I mean? And intuitively you knew like, I don't know. This person could talk a good game, but not really be about it. And you intuitively know this. And maybe you feel like just because you don't have any physical proof that it's not true. But I feel like your intuition is spot on. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, this is a lot, but I'm gonna read them. We got the Hermit card coming out with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. So right away, I'm thinking that like your intuition has been nudging you towards something, and you're like taking the opportunity to get things done. But also, these actions that you're gonna be taking is shifting everything in your life. Like I said, you guys have been going through like a major transformation. So doing that inside work, tapping into yourself, is actually what's shifting the energies and the your personal. And I feel like this so key, this King of Swords in reverse is external to you. You got the Ten of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Cups. So for those of you who are trying to go towards reconciliation, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of unloading that needs to take place first. Like really, like listening. You know what I mean? Not being like on the defensive. Like laying everything out on the table, all the burdens. Like if people are honest and really open and not just kind of like closed off, then things could like heal. But also, I'm hearing that laying down any burdens from past relationships and things that weren't yours to carry is actually going to lighten your load and make you feel better in your heart space. Like, just let go of any past grudges or, things like that. Let it go because you could be carrying these things and it's not worth it. You got the Eight of Wands, like so many new opportunities coming in for you. But you're not going to be able to embrace these new opportunities if you're carrying baggage. Someone's going to be coming in to say some things to you. I feel like even if you guys don't get back together after the reconciliation, it's like you'll be glad you cleared the air. Here with the Two of Swords, then you can get some clarity. This communication is going to allow you to make the decisions that you need to make. Somebody comes in, I just hear traveling. I hear traveling. Somebody going towards somebody. A lot of like new beginnings in your life. As I say that, we get the World card in reverse. So this is like ending some cycles, I feel like, but also be careful of like reliving stuff mentally over and over again. Got the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So in the past, you had to walk away from something that made you really happy. And I feel like communication is what's really going to help the situation heal. This has to be open, honest communication. Like, you can't allow yourself to get hurt by the words that people use. Like, but also don't let nobody just be all talking reckless to you. Don't you talk reckless to anybody else just because you get in the heat of the moment. Maybe somebody says something that triggers something from the past and then it makes you upset, you know? But I don't feel like you should be arguing with anyone. Yeah, because you got the Eight of Pentacles. Even if somebody does come towards you, Libra, acting like they want to argue and blah, 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 I think you're going to be so busy focusing on your own stability and getting your life in order because of all these new revelations you've had, these shifts in your life, that you're not even going to focus on that. Yeah, because you're stronger now. So, like in the past, with the Ten of Swords in reverse, you were hurt. You were like down for a minute. You know what I mean? Someone really broke your heart, broke your trust, and I feel like you're stronger now. Don't let anybody with this Knight of Swords in reverse. Don't let anybody like cause drama in your life just to get a reaction out of you. And for those of you don't do that to other people either. Like if you want a clear communication with somebody, go for that. But don't like cause drama just to get this person's attention. Just talk to this person. You don't have to like be withholding. You know what I mean with the King of Swords in reverse. You know, you don't have to do like the mind fuck shit to get this person's attention. If you really want to reconcile and like release the burden, you know, clear the air. You're gonna have to just be direct. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to be direct. Because also, if you're looking towards somebody, they could be focused on getting themselves together, focus on their work and their life too. So if you're doing like small things, what I'm picking up with this King of Swords and Knight of Swords in reverse, like if you're doing small things to get this person's attention, like little petty things, this person's not paying attention because they're focused on their work, and vice versa. You know, because there's two different energies I'm picking up on. So it's really just time to open the lines of communication. Like, what are you waiting for? The Tower. You got to shake some shit up. Say what you feel. Create some, you know, the change. This is gonna shock you, it shock them, but it's really time to like say what needs to be. You guys have that tendency to keep going back and forth, weighing the options or like weighing your options or like yeah, just that scale. Like you guys are, you know, like, okay, well, if I do this, then if I say this, like, no, like, just make the decision. Just make the decision, and be ready for the change or whatever reaction it brings. But I really feel like it's time for a lot of communication in your lives, especially with like personal relationships. Because to me, business seems fine, but some of you have crossed the line between business and pleasure, and you need to make some quick decisions about that. And it doesn't just have to be love, it could be friendship as well. Seven of Swords. Don't steal your own joy, but also be mindful of people who just move and shifty around you. Also, it's like it's time for you to move stealthily too. Lee. Stop stop announcing every fucking move you're gonna make. Just make it. Stop telling people your plans. Just do it. You know what I mean? These two cards together to me is kind of like just focus on your work and get your things done quietly. Because you already got the Hermit card coming out. So it's just kind of like chill, take a leave of absence, but still be working. You guys are a cardinal sign, so you work hard. Thank you, Spirit. We got the Fool card coming out. Doing this is going to allow for you to have like a new journey that's going to be like rejuvenating. And honestly, Libra, some of you guys stress way too much. Way too much. Some of you guys worry about how people are going to perceive you way too much. And this could stop you from like doing new things. But I feel like some of you have gotten to this space where you're like, you know what, I'm stronger now. And, you know, I'm not going to keep stealing my joy by worrying about how other people feel about the things that I'm doing. You know? Because at the end of the day, Libra, it's you. It's your mind. You control your own mind. So what if people don't get what you're doing? So what? Like, so what if you like someone that maybe your family doesn't approve of because I feel like maybe there's an age difference or something with this Page of Wands. And, you know, I don't know. Or there's just some type of difference. And you worrying about how other people are going to like perceive that is blocking you from being happy. Yeah. King of Cups in reverse with the Page of Pentacles. So you're holding your emotions in extremely and then having outbursts of them. And you're not even seeing like this new opportunity blooming over here. Like it's weird. It's like you're stealing your own energy because you're not living and speaking your true feelings. It's kind of like don't put LOL or some shit. Like say what you really feel and don't put LOL after it to soften the blow to people. Just say what you really feel. You guys are extremely inquisitive, so you need to be asking the deep questions and allowing for those answers to come out, whether they are favorable for you or not. That's the only way you're gonna have this Ten of Wands in reverse energy, where you're just letting everything go. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. You got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So when you start speaking your truth and like, see, the thing that I'm hearing with this King of Swords in reverse and this King of Cups in reverse, not only are you like not saying what you truly feel, you're also like holding back a lot of emotion. This is causing for like an emotional roller coaster on its way or already happening within yourself. You have to find that divine balance between emotion and logic. And with you being an air sign, sometimes you be in your head a lot about things. Well, now Spirit is saying it's time to balance that out, because everybody has emotions, you know, and you can't like pretend like you don't, just so you don't get hurt or just so you're not vulnerable. At some point, you have to be vulnerable, Libra, and sometimes you are though. Sometimes you are very vulnerable, but for some of you right now, you're just very withholding when it comes to emotion. It's like you're not telling, you're not saying what you really feel. Knight of Wands in reverse. Some of you have dealt with people that have been inconsistent. Some of you have been inconsistent with others, and this is why there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. Because for some of you guys, you're really missing somebody. Maybe you're missing like your conversations with this person or your interactions with this person, and maybe they are too, but nobody's saying anything. Everybody's just kind of like guarded, but that shit doesn't even matter on its own shit. But it's like this is in the back of your mind. I just feel like even though you're focused on getting your life together and your goals and your money and shit, like love is still lingering in the back of your mind. Some of you guys really want to reconcile with somebody, but I feel like this King of Swords and this King of Cups in reverse is just like ego standing in the way. But there does need to be some like apologies offered. I'm picking up on that. All right, let's see. I know some of y'all like, I like gifts. We just love gifts. Oh shit. What you say, Esmeralda? Like y'all confused though, Libra. I feel like some of y'all are confused. Like you don't know what you should do. But you're gonna go within that hermit mode. You're gonna figure it out. I feel like you're gonna figure it out. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Six of Swords. Your energy again. So this is like you come into a clearer mindset, feeling better about your journey, things getting smoother. With the Five of Pentacles, it's like you're coming out of that, so it's natural that you would move into this energy, with the Six of Swords. Like some of you might have felt misunderstood in the past just because like your path is different than other people's. And you kind of want to be surrounded around people who get you. But I feel like you're being forced into hermit mode so that you can be like, I don't give a fuck who gets me as long as I get me. And you don't need anybody's approval to just be unapologetically you. A lot of you guys' family plays a huge part in the decisions that you make. You're always thinking like, well, what will my family think? And that's keeping you guys from being happy. Don't stay stuck in something that's like unfulfilling just because of your family's expectations of you. You know, Esmeralda, you gotta just be like, yo, I'm living for me. People don't call us about all of their decisions. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not a Libra, but I say us because I get the sentiment. You know, we all have families. We all want like our families to be proud of us and things of that nature. But at the same time, we gotta be proud of us. We gotta be happy. Shit. You gotta understand that sometimes people speak to you from their wounds and their fear. So you could be like onto something great with this food card that I saw earlier, just really about to step into something like that's gonna just send you to the next level in your life. But just because maybe your family failed in that or they don't approve of it, you could just be like holding yourself back for no reason. Like, stop doing that. Fuck what your friends think, people on social media, anybody. They don't have to wake up and wash your face and look at your face in the mirror, and you do. So it's like at this point, Libra, you got a lot of good things coming towards you. Don't be your own worst enemy. You know, a lot of opportunities coming in for you. Newness, second chances at love, I feel like. And it doesn't have to be an ex. You know, releasing burdens. You know what I'm saying? Like, with this Five of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you're gonna find your soul tribe. You're gonna find the people that you click well with, Libra. So even if you gotta leave people behind on your new journey, the Six of Wands is telling me that when you do that, you're gonna be received by the right people. And you know what, baby? Sometimes you just don't get received. And that's fine too. Not everybody that you come in contact with or that's your blood or whatever is supposed to be on every journey you take. You're right. You're welcome, Esmeralda. And you know, tomorrow Saturn goes direct. So it's a good time to apologize to people. It's a good time to make things right with people. You know, especially Libra, if you know you was on the wrong, it's okay to admit that. That doesn't take away your power. You being like to hold that powerful position, but sometimes the most powerful person is the one that can admit that when they were wrong. All right, Libra, let's see what you guys could be releasing. Well, off the top, I'm hearing release self-imposed prison imprisonment based around people's perception of you. You want to be happy. Wow, right when I said that, surrender to play. Yeah, Libra, like I said, some of y'all have been way too serious lately. Way too serious. A lot of you guys are on like this point in your spiritual journey where you want to do the right thing. You want to be on the upside of things. You want to really do this journey right. And you could be picking apart things that don't even matter. You could literally be like, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? What would the book say? What would this guru say? What would somebody else like? No. The most spiritual thing you can do is enjoy your fucking human experience. Not sit around and obsess over every small detail of your journey. It says take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. And like I said with that full card and also with the page of wands, it's like it's time for you to get excited about some stuff again. Like not just work or am I spiritualing right? You know what I mean? Like we get so much shit shoved down our throats on the internet all day about how spiritual someone should be or how someone should act if they're spiritual, how someone should be if they're conscious, how some like everybody got something about how somebody should be. It takes the fun out of just enjoying your own journey. Cut the noise. Thank you to everyone liking the video who's in the chat room. Okay, so we got surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered, hear someone out, let the guard down, the ego down, and just listen to someone, even if what they're saying doesn't feel right. They gonna say some things that doesn't feel right. You probably gonna say some things that doesn't feel right. But the guards and the walls need to be dropped like that 10 of wands in reverse so that healing can take place. If these are only if these relationships are, healable. Not every toxic or separate. You got surrender frustration. It says frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. And like I was saying earlier about saying like hurtful things and just popping off and not being honest, like all those things come from frustration. It's time to release all of that. Now, this last one that popped out, I'm going to read it and then we're going to move to your next oracle cards. But this is exactly a huge part of the message that I was just speaking about. It says, surrender the habit of people pleasing. And this popped out on its own. This says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Can't make this up, guys. Stop. You cannot make everybody happy. And if you do, then you're not happy. Because some people legitimately want you to do things that don't make you happy. All in like the sacrifice of love or some shit. No. Shadow card for you guys because we all got shadow work. So this may or may not resonate as we know. You're welcome, Shay. I appreciate you too, love. You got sacrifice. Two things I'm hearing. For one, like I said earlier, sacrifice that pride, not the ego. Sacrifice the pride of being able to go to someone and say, hey, I misjudged or I was wrong or I didn't listen or whatever. But also, like we were just saying, some of you have been sacrificing your own voice and your own happiness just to please people around you. And that's one of the things that you're going to have to work with. Maybe some of you guys, the shadow work is not shutting yourself out in order to keep people happy. All right, now let's get you guys energy oracle. Some of y'all been working out, feeling good, changing your eating habits, waistline snap. I heard you. Some of y'all just really been trying to focus on feeling good about yourselves again because you went through, a rough patch. I'll go through rough patches. But we got to start taking accountability for the situations that we allow to remain in our lives. Sometimes we're not responsible for what we attract. Sometimes. But we are always responsible for what we entertain. So you getting your mojo back. Yeah. Heartbreak in reverse. You're getting your mojo back. You know, you were down for a bit, Libra. Somebody lied to you. I feel like some of you feminine energies were dealing with somebody who was like super into themselves. And this person was like always trying to like exalt themselves over you. I feel like on social media, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but on social media, they would like even allow people to be flirtatious with them in front of you and then kind of just like brush it off or something. I don't know. Somebody was just like rude. But this says reverse. The broken heart reverse marks a time of renewal and hope. The pain and trauma are behind you now, and you can trust that greater joy is on the way. Whatever has happened to hurt you in the past, you're now free to move on. The universe has better things in store for you. So finish letting go of any residual grief and open your life to your new self loving intention. Joyous connections will follow. Affirmation: I release the pain of my past and live with compassion for myself. Love heals and renews me now. Yeah, Libra, I definitely feel like you guys are healing. You've done a lot of self work. I think it's been extremely beautiful. Even if no one external to you can see it, when you look in the mirror, I feel like you don't even recognize yourself because you've changed on such a beautiful level that now you like basically catching up to this new mental change. You know, I feel like when you're in that hermit mode, you just worked out your mind and and a lot of things like that, and then you started to focus on the external, which really gave you like this positive energy, which allowed you to have this Six of Swords feeling where you're just moving on to a better space mentally and physically as well, Libra. So you guys are going to be in a really good mental state. Definitely make those apologies and stuff like that. Clear some things out. Say what's really on your spirit. The next card you guys got was action. This card is telling you that now is the time for more aggressive forward movement. The galloping horses represent intentional and concerted action directed towards your goals. This card upright indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must be increased. The white horse is inner action of spirit and thought. The black horse is outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. In time, you'll break through and see the results you've been working so hard to create. So, yeah, Libra, like you had the high priestess earlier. Really get into your intuitive mode. You know what I mean? You guys are very intuitive. So, it's time to use that so you can find the right direction. You know, like I said, you've been thinking a lot, you've been planning a lot. Now it's time to put things into action and find that, you got to dig deep for that energy to get moving. Okay. And you can do it, Libra. Once you guys set your focus on things, there's no stopping you. Okay, these cards are pretty big. Thank you, Johansson. So you guys got number 4. Let's see. All right. Perspective, points of view. I was once like gardener, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you found something going on. But take your time, think a lot. Why think of everything you've got? For you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. There may be no right or wrong. The view is the same, perception is different. Fresh ideas and experience sharing the same eyes, but a different vision. Two manifestations of the same person share a commonality. One from the fresh, eager innocence of youth, the other from the calmer, sober maturity of experience. Both grasp the same mask in unison. Their destinies intertwine and ultimately inseparable. At some point, both will see the same vision. So this talks to me about the misunderstanding that some of you guys are having with other people and your higher and lower self. That's why I feel like if there's a clear communication, people can see each other's perspective. If you look, like if you can see they're both holding the mask together, but it's like they're seeing as one. So you guys really need to like make that contact, make that communication with certain people because you guys could merely be seeing the same situation with just different views. And then once you guys sit down and talk to each other, you guys might come to like an even ground and really get to start like to understand each other. But I also feel like a lot of the things you guys have been through in the past has really seasoned you. So you could be looking back at your old self and the choices you made then and seeing like the huge contrast of how you are now and how you would have made a different decision. And that's also going to help to heal a lot of things and to bring about honest communication. Okay, now let's finish with your love energy card. That's exactly right, Esmeralda. That's how you have to look at it. You can manifest your destiny. Don't stay stuck in the hurt and the pain of the past. It's not worth it. It just weighs you down. But you're releasing that, babe. I feel like you're releasing that. Thank you, Spirit. We got 2, so I'm gonna read them both, and then we'll be done. Okay. Practice compassion. That's what we've been talking about this whole time, guys. Okay. See things from a different perspective. We've heard the word perspective so many times in this reading tonight. You guys are really shifting your mindset. You're thinking about different. I think some of you guys are going to be like, fuck it. And you're going to be with that person that you love. No matter if there's, I think for some of you guys, there could really be an age difference. And that is like challenging. But anyway, it says, We can all benefit when we try to look at things from someone else's viewpoint. Walking in someone else's shoes helps us to tender an understanding that may change how we are feeling now. Love and compassion always bring a positive outcome. So for some of you guys, there are relationships worth salvaging, but you guys are afraid to take the chance. You've been going back and forth through it in your mind for a while. I think the other person might be too. But you know what? Honestly, I don't want to be one of those readers that be always talking about somebody from the past. I don't, I just feel like there has to be some type of healing. Some of you guys have to heal a past relationship so that you can even move forward to new love. Like something has to be let go of. The only way to do that is through compassion and communication. Okay, your last one says take a chance on love. Wow. Number 23. Breaks down to a 5. Lots of change. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. There are so many rewards that will come to you when you love openly. Your caring will not only help the other person involved, it will also create more love for you. Let your fear go and give the love you're longing to receive. You will find that this is one and the same. Wow. Yep. One and the same. So it's time to make some communication happen, Libra. And I feel like you have to initiate it. I may don't want to hear that, but if you want healing, I think you got to be the initiator. And being a cardinal sign, sometimes you just have to be the initiator sometimes. Now, if you initiate some shit and it gets toxic and blah, 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 then all means walk away. But I think, it's just time to make some things right and see where it goes from there. But in this case, I kind of think that you should be the initiator, whether you giving somebody their walking papers and telling them why in a calm manner, or you're offering someone an apology. But all right, Libra, that's all I got for you guys. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on Instagram. Information for booking is in the description box below. I'm like booked out to like the 30th of September. But just message me. We'll see what we can do. Thank you, Esmeralda. Thank you, all my lovely Libras, for hanging out with me. It's been like 45 minutes. Okay. I know, Shay. We were just talking about that in the DM the other day. I do answer my DMs though, guys. Because I like to get a feel for people's energy before I book with them. You know, so I don't just let people book me as they please because maybe my energy doesn't match with yours and vice versa. So I like to kind of like get a feel for people before I book with them. Thank you, Shay. Oh my God, Shay, hold up. Okay. But yeah, this was a fun reading. Yeah, I love you guys, Libra. You guys are gonna be good. Don't worry. Just do whatever you gotta do. Stick in there. Know the spiel. All right, Johansson. Love you, girl. See you on Instagram. All right, guys. You have a good night. Peace and balance.